Hello, wonderful, beautiful people. I am LaKanya, brand attorney, speaker, and entrepreneur advocate, welcoming you to another edition of Murray's Law. If you notice, we are in a different setting. What? Yes, we're in a different setting. Just wanted to break out my handy dandy dry erase board. You guys are going to see that I should have been a doctor instead of a lawyer because my penmanship is straight trash, but it's okay because this Murray's Law, I want to make sure that you all had a visual understanding of what the difference are between all these alphabets. So this question is, what's the deal with all these alphabets? I see a C, I see a TM, I see an SM, I see an R. What is all this stuff all about? So today, I'm going to break it down for you, all right? So we are going to start with one that you probably see quite often. Trying to make this neat for y'all. Didn't work out. So this TM, which is totally backwards. Wait a minute. Isn't there a way for me to make this not backwards? I think there's a way for me not to make it so it's not backwards. Hold on a second. I think I'm gonna have to go off and come back on. Now I can't see. Hey, how you all doing? I am backwards right now. I'm trying to get it so that my writing is not backwards. Hello, Nichelle. Let's see. Is there a way for my writing not to be backwards? Ooh. Is that it? Look at that. My writing's not backwards anymore. Yes. So can everybody see this? Is it the right way? It looks the right way on camera. So look. So today's Murray's Law is all about these alphabets, letting you all know the difference between the symbols and when to use them. Great. So the first one that we see is TM. And TM is what you use for trademarks. I told everybody that I could have been a doctor because my handwriting is trash, but it's okay. So trademarks, you use this TM symbol. Whenever you see this TM symbol, that's putting you on notice that someone is enforcing a common law trademark. They don't have a registered trademark. They may be going through the process. We never know, or they may not. You can use this symbol whether or not you have an application on file with the USPTO's office. This TM shows that you have a common law trademark, meaning anything that you want to protect by trademarks and maybe you haven't had a chance to do so yet, you want to use this TM symbol. This TM symbol is for goods. So it lets people know that your trademark is a good, that you're protecting the good. So when we talk about goods, I'm grab this example. Just saw this in my supply closet. So this is a bottle from Mess in the Bottle. She sells t-shirts. So she has a TM. If you guys can see that, she has a TM next to her logo to represent her common law trademark. So because this is a good, that is the proper use of TM. So that's that one. The next one that we see, we don't see that much because most people use this trademark interchangeably. They use it interchangeably. So we're gonna do, we're gonna put common law, and then we're gonna put goods. So that's what that TM stands for. That TM stands for common law. So let you know you have a common law trademark and it's for goods. Now, the next one that we're going to talk about is, we're just going to erase that T and slap that S on there, right? And it looks like it's like subscript, but it's not, so I'm going to erase it so you guys don't think that you have to write it a certain way. It's just an S and an M next to each other. Could have been a doctor. So this SM is just like the TM, meaning that it represents a common law trademark, and you can also use it to represent that you're protecting your mark in common law. You haven't registered it yet, but you want to enforce your trademarks. But you use this SM if you are in a service business. If what you're providing is a service. So if you are a coach or a consultant, a photographer, a lawyer, a dentist, you are providing a service. And so instead of using that TM, the proper symbol to use will be an SM. See? Now you know. Now you know. Like I said, a lot of people use that TM interchangeably, but if you're in a service-based business, you want to use SM. Now, the next one we're still talking about, and the next one is You've seen this symbol. You've seen this symbol right here. So when you see this symbol, it's an R with a circle around it that represents a registered trademark. A registered trademark. Now, we talked about trademarks and service marks. Once you register, once you go through the process, both of them end up this same symbol. So this is for registered. And what this means is that it's gone through the process, that your application has been filed, the examining attorney has reviewed it, it's been published to the public for objections, everything is great, and you have a certificate of registration. That's when you use this R. You do not use that R before then. Okay? So far we have the TM, we have the SM, and now we have this R. All right. So the final one that we see very often is this C. This C represents copyrights. So the thing about using this C, you can use this C to represent your copyright. So copyrights protect original works that are in a fixed, tangible form. You can, so if you've written a book, if you have produced a course, wrote a poem, music, film, taken a picture, you can use this C whether or not you have actually registered your work with the Copyright Office. So this puts people on notice that your work is protected by copyrights. And it's really good to do so. The law, it used to be a law where you had to have the symbol in order to be able to enforce your rights. But the law has changed and you don't have to anymore. However, it's to your benefit to use this C whenever you can, because if you don't, you won't be able to it'll be hard for you to claim that someone willfully infringed on your rights, meaning that they knew that it was protected by copyrights and they used it anyway. All right. So that's what I have for you today. I just really wanted you all to know and see the difference between all of these. You have your trademark symbol here, which represents a common law trademark that has not been registered with the USPTO. You use this symbol when you have goods, when you're selling goods. Then you have your SM symbol, which represents a service mark, which is just like a trademark, except for it's used in relation to services, right? So you use this to represent that you have a common law service mark. And then once you file your application, whether it's a trademark or a service mark, and it's approved for registration, boom, it turns into this R here, which represents registered trademark. And then if you're working on content, if you're creating content, the C symbol, which you can use whether or not you have actually filed to have your work protected with the Copyright Office. So anytime you produce something, just put that C on there to let people know that it's protected by copyrights, okay? Did I spell everything right? Yeah. So that's what I have for you today. One of the things that I want to remember, if you have not enrolled into the Launch Legally Masterclass, do so. We start on Monday, and the first thing we're tackling are copyrights. The first thing we're tackling are copyrights. So if you have not registered, I want you to go to bit.ly/launch legally masterclass. It's free. It's for the next 5 Mondays. We're going live at 6 p.m. Central Time to talk about a different aspect in business as it relates to the law. So the first week we'll talk about copyrights, then we'll talk about trademarks. I want to say, I don't have the schedule memorized. I do know we're talking about copyrights, trademarks, contracts, business entities, and something else, but I can't remember. Business entities. Building teams the right way. Building teams the right way. So I'll drop the link once I hop off. I will drop the link, and that way you all can register. And the replay will be available for that 5-week period, so for you to watch. So if you can't make it live, still sign up so that you can watch the replay, because it will be available during that 5-week period. All right.